guys, how you doing? Chris here. Alright, well for the first topic today, and pretty much the only topic I'm going to talk about today, is going to be, well, the Pebble, and the Pebble Smartwatch. Now I know there have been some videos where people have been, reviewing them and looking at them, but I just bought one not so long ago, maybe, I'd say about 2 months back, and I love the thing when I first got it. I went online and there was a lot of, things that were pertaining to when it first came out, and maybe a couple months following, but I actually haven't seen a Pebble info or anything since then, which was 5, 6, 7 months ago. So I'm kind of just doing a Pebble revisited, and this is the Pebble smartwatch in case you have any questions. This is what it looks like, and it's going to be a little bit more professional when I go ahead and do the whole thing. But yeah, this is the watch in question. It's a very nice watch, and yeah, I'm very excited to start reviewing it with the new software updates, because it actually is keeping to date. It's relevant. It's always changing, but no one's really marking the changes besides commenting on forums and blogs and stuff like that. So I decided to give you guys a new video on what's actually going on. So yeah, let's take a look. Alright, so let's just jump right into it. So right here you can see is the Pebble watch. It's aesthetically pleasing, at least in my opinion. It's got kind of a plasticky construction. The color I chose was red, so maybe if you're more of a subtle person, you can go with black or gray. But I like the red. It kind of goes with a lot of the things I wear, so I don't mind it. It's pretty flush. I mean, it's not going to be jumping, too far out like one of those big, bulky G-Shock watches. But it's not bad. It's nice. I like it. It features 4 buttons that are, pressable. Obviously, they're buttons. You got one right here. You got 2, and then you got that one in the middle. Basically, these are to scroll, select, and then this one's the back button to go back to your last page. And yeah. So getting into more of the internals of, how it functions. So, this right here, very, very cool watch face. I get some people who give me crap for it because they're like, oh, how do you glance at that really quick? I can read quickly, just FYI. I can kind of just glance at it and be like, all right, well, it's 850 something. Good enough. I like it because it's aesthetic. So moving on to the watch faces that you can get, if you just click this, you can go scroll through all the ones that are actually preset on the phone already. So you don't have to do much at all. Moving this out of the way. You don't have to do much at all. I mean, they come pre-installed, so you have 3 to choose from. 1, 2, yeah. Just making sure. Yeah, you have 3 to choose from. They're nice. They're pretty cool. They're alright, but you can download more if you wanted them by getting the Pebble app and then, downloading more of the watch faces. Some of the cooler ones you got to pay for them, but still, I am pretty content with this one right here. So, yes, moving on now to actual functionality and things that you could use. The watch comes pre-installed with 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So you have the watch faces in general, which kind of scrolls through all the ones that you have installed. Alarms, very cool. It vibrates on your wrist, you set a time, and it wakes you up for sure. Good luck sleeping through that one when something's, rumbling on your wrist. Got a pretty good motor in it. You got notifications, for text and stuff like that, lets you know. I don't use it. And then music, I don't use this one either. Main reasons why I don't use any of these up here besides the alarms is because they're stock. Basically, they're very plain and they don't offer much functionality besides the functions they're set to perform. It says, music, notifications, obviously it's that. But once you go past settings, going down here, you get into the apps that I paid for. I paid for Music Boss, Glance, and Pebble Dialer. These are very, very cool apps, very useful apps, worth the $2-3 each I paid for them. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly run through what each of them do. So up here you have Music Boss. Music Boss is a very, very cool app. It launches music from any type of, let's say you're using Spotify or Pandora or Google Play or the default launcher on your phone. It'll launch it from here. So let me give you an example. I set it to Google Play just to automatically launch it. So what you do is you click on this button and you get a little rocket ship and you launch it. It's the middle button. and then since it's already the default launcher I have, it's already in here, but there's my phone back here, and I'm going to go ahead and press play. And obviously you get the functionality controls where you can lower the volume so you can hear me a little better, or if you don't want to hear me talk anymore, put the volume up and then pause it just like that. And you can switch the songs going like this, going backwards to the last part, the last one, going forward again. So yeah, that is a pretty cool app. I use it quite often, especially when I'm walking through the city and I don't want to, reach into my back pocket every 2 seconds to change the song or do whatever. I just take a quick look at my wrist and be like, I'll pause the song or move it or whatever. Cool. Very, very nifty. Alrighty. So, moving on to the next one is Glance. Very, very useful. I use it every time I put this watch on. It essentially lets me read all my notifications from anywhere, and I can actually send messages to this thing. Very cool. So, clicking on Glance. It's got a very cool, you can leave it on this, by the way, the screen. The backlight shakes on, so if you tap your watch, it'll come on, and then it'll dim out again. So I like how it has like a 1 second backlight display. But you click one of the scroll buttons, so I'm gonna click the down one, and you basically go right into your messages. So let's say I want to text my sister. You could set presets on the watch app to things you want to say. So it's like, all right, just a second, yes, no, I'm in a meeting, can't talk, I'll get back, call me. And then you click the middle button to send them, it'll send it right away, and then it'll display what she replied. Awesome, I love it. The functionality is very, very cool. So if you have like inside jokes or things that you send to people, often you could preset those too. You're not just limited to those, words. I use it all the time. And there's my phone going off. Alright, so wrapping this up pretty quickly, you have the Pebble dialer as the last thing. Now, this is very cool because I can call people from my phone. Obviously, I go to my contacts, and then let's say I click. This is a good friend of mine, so I'll just click the middle button again. Nope. That's what you do. You click the middle button once, and you get the black scrolling icon, and you get to pick which contact you want. That's what I forgot to do. I knew I missed a step in there somewhere, but yeah, that's what you do. You click them.
You reached Alex. Sorry,
yeah, whatever. Okay, so that's that. So very cool. I just had to give an example of a demo of it working. So that's it, basically. I mean, there's way more watch apps you can get. You can get games if you like to play a little tiny Snake or some type of Tetris game, or I even saw Flappy Bird on one of them, which is pretty neat. The firmware is updated now, just letting you know that it's not in beta anymore, which it was 3 or 4 months back. Now it's actually got a solid developed base. It's not going to be flickering on you, and it's because I had a bad experience one time where I was in class and this thing was still in beta. It wasn't set with the new 2.1 version. And I was sitting in class, and my watch started freaking out. It started going, black light on, screen off. It started flickering, and it kind of freaked me out. I thought it was breaking, and then it kind of just mellowed out, and I had to wait till the battery died essentially, and that wasn't cool. But once they got it more established, it's all fine now. Perfect watch if you like to, look at the time and control your phone. So, wrapping up this long video, my final verdict on this watch, updated and with all these cool new apps, yes, I would go ahead and pick one up. A little on the expensive side, $150, brand new. I luckily am a frugal shopper, and I went on eBay and I picked one brand new for $100. That included shipping, so I kind of got the better deal on this. I put a screen protector on it, and it's made a couple close calls bumping into metal and stuff like that, but overall the screen isn't cracked, and I'm very happy with my purchase in general. So yeah, that is my review of the Pebble smartwatch, and thank you for watching. Tune in next week, sometime 4 or 5 days ish. I will have not a review of a device, but some stories to share with you regarding tech. So, alright, this is Chris from Tech, and thank you for watching. Have a good one.